Hey, everyone. Kimberly Olson here. I am co hosting this live stream with Kristen Samaniego, Angel Whitmire. I'm going to be introducing them in a second. We want to welcome you guys to why you want to be part of Worthy of Wellness Club. We're going to talk about some amazing things in this live stream, and we're going to give you an invitation to do something really cool with us. And we're going to be collaborating and have an opportunity for you to walk alongside us in an amazing journey coming up here. So say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from, city, state, province, country. I'm in Austin, Texas. I live out in the hill country. I always like to make that distinction. And we're going to each introduce ourselves as well. So I'll go real quickly. I think a lot of you know me. If you don't, my name is Kimberly Olson. I have been in the direct sales network marketing space since 2017, which, as you guys know, each year feels like 10 years in corporate. So it's been a really wild ride. So much so that I was able to quit my full-time job and become a professional network marketer and business coach. So I have a company called Goal Digger Girl Co. And that really grew. I fell in love with teaching others how to monetize their brands on social. And I actually retired from network marketing. So I'll share a little bit in a minute on why I'm here right now and why I'm back in this space and how you guys obviously can be a part of it as well. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Kristen. Will you introduce yourself and share a little bit about your background?
Yes. So, hi, everyone. My name is Kristen Samaniego. I am the creator of More to Motherhood. I show moms that they can have more even alongside being a mom and a full-time job. I work full-time as a sign language interpreter, but I've been in this network marketing space for about 10 years. I feel like I always say 10 years, so who knows what, 10 years-ish. And I was fortunate enough to actually build a very successful team alongside of my full-time job. So where are my working moms at? Put working mom below because you're my people. I am living proof that you can start with zero following and have a full-time job and actually be successful in this space of network marketing, which actually changed my family's life. We were struggling paycheck to paycheck. I saw all these amazing women and I was so inspired by people making six figures online that I was like, if they can do this, I can do this. So then I started taking my business seriously and I was able to build a really large team and multiple six figures since launching, leaderboards, recruiting, all the things, just because I'm so passionate about helping moms go after more. Just a little something for us, which we'll talk more about in a second. And, really just fulfilling that entrepreneurial side of myself that I really wanted to fulfill. And so I've been super blessed. And so I found Heritage Club after kind of dabbling in other companies, taking a step back, doing actually financial education, which is weird because I wanted to take a big break from network marketing, found Heritage Club, saw the mission, saw the vision, and I was like, this is something that I can get behind. This is something that's going to help so many people, but especially women, especially mamas, which is my audience, which is all of you here. And so I'm just really excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, thanks to you. That's why I'm here. So we'll talk about that as well. And last but not least, our birthday girl. So she is choosing to spend a little time with us, which is super, super awesome. So Angel, welcome to the live stream. Will you introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, I couldn't be more honored to partner with you both here and do this live today on my birthday. What a special gift to be here with both of you. And I love that we're sharing this on my birthday because what better way to share and giving back, right? And so for me, I started in this space about 10 years ago, kind of like you, Kristen, and I was a certified holistic health coach, personal trainer, but I had just had my baby girl, who is now 9, but at the time she was 2 months old. And I was on workers' comp because I had broken my ankle when I was pregnant with her. And I was just scrolling on social media, but I knew that I wanted more in life and I knew I wanted to be able to stay home with her. And so I came across a post about someone being on an incentive trip. And I don't know about you, but I love palm trees and ocean. And I'm like, I don't know what she's at or what she's doing, but I want to be a part of that. And reached out and just asked, like, hey, what is that? And she told me about a health and wellness company. And I was like, can I do that? She's like, absolutely. So I was like, okay. And so I was the one that was like determined and decided that day of like, I'm going to do this. And I'm one of the ones that are like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And so I did it. I literally followed in her footsteps, and the people that had success before me that were already paving the way, I was like, I'm going to do exactly what they do. I mean, however, it's hard to do that, right? Especially as a holistic health coach, you think you know it all, right? But to take that humble pie, right, and like just hold your tongue and actually say, no, I'm going to do what you did so I can be successful. I did that, and I went on to make six figures my first year, and have never looked back. I got to stay home with my baby girl, and it's been a true blessing. But more than that, and more than creating success in online business, home-based business online, is actually getting the time freedom with my daughter. That's the most important part. And in helping other women, like you said, Kristen, that want more, right? And so they're sitting on their couch, maybe being like scrolling Facebook, like, I want to do what she's doing. Like, I'm your girl, right? Like, we're your girls, to show you how to do that, because you can do that. It's not hard. It is work, but if you follow the footsteps of others, you can be really successful. And Heritage Club, I'm so blessed that I found just a few short months ago. And what I can say is that it's different. I'm sure some of you that are watching, you're like, okay, I've done this too. It's like the hustle, the grind, the boss babe culture. Like, that's not what we do here. Like, we are completely different. It's all about feminine and knowing your worth and being around other faith-based women, and really leaning into doing it different and not going out there and killing yourself. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is Worthy of Wellness, and we're super excited to share that with all of you today.
I love that. I could listen to you guys talk all day long. And I am so grateful to be working with you guys as well. And I love that you said that, Angel, about it doesn't have to be the way that it's been, you guys. And I know there's a lot of you that put me in the comments if your first experience online, or one of the first one, was network marketing or direct sales, and you came in and kind of stumbled into entrepreneurship that way and got burned out, whether, it was the hustle or something happened. There's a lot of mean girling stuff that can happen. That's actually why we started a nonprofit called Elephant Sisters, because I've heard from so many people that there was some things that happened and they left. And that wasn't the reason why I retired from network marketing. It was more just so I could focus on my coaching, like I told you guys. And it was a Friday night, and I was at one of those bouncy places with my daughters, because of course that's what you do on a Friday night when your husband's out of town. And I'll never forget, Kristen sent me a message, and she said, hey, have you heard of Heritage Club? It's with Emily Ford, and I'm checking it out. And I'm like, Emily Ford? I had spoken at a conference with her and Sarah Robbins the year before, and talk about fangirling, right? I'm like, #goals. Like, I want to be Emily when I grow up. So I thought it was like a coaching program with Emily or something. And I was like, oh, well, and Kristen was like, I'd love to get your opinion on it. And I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. So this is me. I go find, after I watched the 3-minute video, I go find one of those massage chairs, you know what I'm talking about, where you can put money in it. And I just like kept reloading it, because I was like, oh my God, I like went down the rabbit hole. I couldn't sleep. The next day, it's not even 24 hours. I'm like, all right, Kristen, where's your link? Where do I sign up? And she's like, oh, okay, we're doing this. I'm like, yes, we are doing this. Let's go. I'm in. And she's like, I already signed up too. Let's go. I'm in. And we got to meet with Emily later that day. And what I'll tell you guys, and you can reach out to the person who shared this with you, and they can tell you more about Heritage Club, because we're specifically going to talk about Worthy of Wellness tonight. But Heritage Club is where it started. And what I saw is a movement in this space. And the movement is necessary. And I knew it was necessary. And that was partly why I also resigned and retired, because I was like, I don't want, this is different. This isn't what it was. And I saw this vision for a change. It's called community marketing. It's actually being trademarked by the company. And it's this idea that we are going to redefine the direct sales space, because it does need to be redefined. We're going to disrupt it. You are going to see so much movement and change and growth and reinvention. It's going to blow your minds. And when I saw that, I caught the vision immediately. And I said, I have to be a part of this. It's going to take leaders. It's going to take people who have to stand boldly in their faith, that are going to stay in integrity and be able to lead the way. So that's what Heritage Club is. So if you're somebody who's been in network marketing, direct sales, or you want to get back into it, or you're looking to build legacy wealth, you're looking for your home, like really your home, that is absolutely what we found here, at least for me. I'm sure you guys can speak to it as well. So what about you, Kristen? Because you're the reason I'm here, like I said. Why did you say yes to Heritage Club? Why did you have to be a part of it?
So when I watched, so I, if you've been a part of network marketing, you know that it's kind of like in our DNA. It's kind of in our blood, right? At least I feel like that. I always missed it, right? Even when I stepped back and did financial education or did other ventures like digital marketing, like I've dabbled a lot in the entrepreneurial space and in the online space because I feel like that's an amazing way to capitalize on time freedom, like Angel spoke about, and making money from home. I used to work 60 hours a week out in the field as an interpreter. That's a lot, right? And a lot of time away from my children. I just didn't want to do that. That's why I felt like there had to be a better way. So if you ever feel like, you're a mom scrolling on Facebook, there has to be a better way. There is, and this is it. And so when I saw this, though, I was like, I don't want to do it the way I did before because I had built large teams, but at the sacrifice of my family, at the sacrifice of my health, at the sacrifice of my sanity. Sometimes, I just felt so burnt out and tired. And Kimberly can speak to this because we worked together numerous times and she knows how I go all in and I do work a full-time job, right? And so I have a family, I have kids. But when I saw this and I saw the CEO, the interview with Emily and the CEO, that really got me because first of all, Roger Burnett, the CEO, is a true professional, and you can see that he has such integrity. And that was really important to me because I feel like for me as a person, I always try to operate in integrity, right? And so that was really important because I had been places where I didn't feel like that was the case. And so when I saw that combined with after hearing Emily speak about like wanting to do this different and the hustle culture is dead, like that really spoke to me because I did want to build differently. I missed the space of the community, but I wanted to build in a different way that wasn't hustling and grinding and sacrificing my family or my health, right? And so when I saw that vision and the type of caliber leaders that I was going to be working with, right? You're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. And I wanted to be a part of that because I knew that I would be kicking myself if I didn't, because I'm always wanting to level up in my life. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you feel the same way. You want to level up. You feel that pull, like that, I call it God's whisper of like, something's pulling you for more. There's something in you that wants to level up. Well, this is it. And I felt that. And that's why I jumped in.
I love that so much. And even for those of you that are watching, or if someone sends this to you, you can also put like open house in the comments. We do have an open house coming up. If you want to just be a fly in the wall and listen to what we're talking about, we would love to invite you guys to that. Or you can watch the replay of that as well. And last but not least, again, Angel, I would love for you to share why you had to be a part of this, because I know you're newer to some of the people in my audience, and they know I'm very protective of who I bring in, and just like you are with your audience. So I'm really glad we could collaborate. And so, everyone can meet each other, but I think you're newer to some of my audience as well. And I really want them to hear who you are as a person in your heart. And I know that coming into Heritage Club speaks volumes for that. So can you share why you said yes to being a part of this?
Absolutely. I'm honored. You shared a little bit about just being a part of something different. At the time that I found Heritage Club, I actually wasn't looking. Again, I was sitting on the couch scrolling, and I had seen that Emily had made a decision to join this company and this movement, and that she was going to do it different, and she was going to bring something like a new era to this. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but I want to be a part of it because, I'd followed Emily for about 10 years. We've been in a previous business together, and I've always seen her heart and how she leads and how she loves on her people and how she's just like a pure-hearted person and leads with integrity, leads with class and no BS. And she is a leader of all leaders. And I was like, I admire that so much. And I needed that in my life. I felt like I didn't have a lot of that in my life. And I was like, I really want to be around strong women because for me, I don't like being stagnant. I like learning and striving and going to the next level. And if I feel like I'm just kind of here, I don't feel like I'm growing. And so for me, that was really important, and that she's faith-based. And for me, that's huge because again, who you surround yourself with, right? And so for me, I'm looking for that type of mentor. I'm looking for that type of friend. And friendships mean so much to me. I know my circle is very small, but there's a reason for that, because if you want to go further in life, it's like you said, you surround yourself with the people that are doing it out of integrity. out of heart, out of compassion. They have a mission and a purpose. They want to give back. And so that's why I said yes to Heritage Club, because when I saw that Emily was at the helm of it, I couldn't say no.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think any of us could say no.
Yeah. And that's why
And
we're
I
all here
love,
today.
yeah. And I love, like, you guys know, I love teaching and training, all that. And I love learning from her. I'm just like, yes, more, she can go on and on. I'm just like soaking it up, watching it again. So we're so lucky to work with her. And I thank God that he spoke to her, and through her, and he knows, like, she's going to impact many, and she's going to impact the masses. And we all get to be a part of that, which is it's just amazing. And when we're talking about this idea of legacy, you guys, what we're talking about is an entire product line that has been around since the 1950s. Okay. This company was started by a doctor who saw that people were deficient in vitamins and invented the first multivitamin. Just want to let that sink in if you're new to this conversation or you've been watching. Like, we want to think about, when you're building a business, you have to be a product of the product, but you also want to be in a position where people are consuming those products month in and month out, and being able to order different things for their home and their family and their minds and their bodies to be able to build up that residual income. And that's what we absolutely have here as well. So you'll be able to nourish your body, being a part of Worthy of Wellness Club, which we'll talk about next. You'll be able to take care of your beauty from the inside out. You'll be able to make sure that your home is clean and that you're putting good stuff, on your skin, anywhere. It is that important to be thinking about. Think of it this way: if you want to like operate at a really high level, that means that we're taking care of our minds and our bodies and our hearts and our spirits and all of that. Yeah. Barbara says 80 and 90-year-olds still on these products and not meds. So if you guys didn't know, I have PhDs in natural health and holistic nutrition. And so I always look at that. I always look at the clinical studies. And what's really interesting is a lot of health and wellness companies, they'll say the benefits of the products based on an ingredient that's in it. With this product line, they've actually studied the customers for decades, running their own double-blind placebo-controlled studies, spending $500 million in studies, like proving that those that consume these products are healthier by any indicator you look at for years and years to come. Yeah. So short-term, medium, and long-term, which is really cool. So now we're going to invite you guys to come be a part of Worthy of Wellness. This is a one-time opportunity to work with us in being led by Emily Ford. And she's going to do 6 weeks. It kicks off on Wednesday. So I want you guys to know, like, now's the time. If you've been watching, someone's invited you, you've seen stuff in stories, it's it. This is it. We're down to the final 72 hours. So in order, and I'll have one of you share because you guys are better at the details than I am. I just get excited about all the things. Then I'm messaging you guys going, hey, what are the specifics on that? So with Worthy of Wellness, it's 6 weeks. And there are requirements to come into it, but it's totally minimal. I'll have the ladies share. But I want Kristen and Angel for you to each share, why would Worthy of Wellness, what does that mean to you? And why should somebody take a look at this and be a part of the 6-week journey with us? Kristen or Angel, do you want to go?
Yeah. So I'll let Angel share the details. I mean, I'm pretty familiar with them, but we're just running over here, just doing all the things. But I would say, honestly, like for me, especially if you're, a mom or a woman, this is for moms, women only. Okay. This is a women's led Worthy of Wellness 6-week group coaching session led by Emily Ford, but you also get to work with us too. And the reason why that's powerful is a couple of reasons. One, because coaching with Emily Ford costs thousands of dollars, right? And you're being able to come in, we're inviting you into this because we do believe that you are worthy. You do so much for your family. You're juggling all the hats, right? The mental motherhood is real. And we think that we want you to be invited into this for a minimal, a minimal, whatever you want to call it. Investment. Thank you. I was looking for the word. Because you're worth it, but also like you need to start taking care of yourself, right? You are worth it. How many of you feel like you don't invest in yourself because you feel like you have to put something for your kids, or maybe you feel like you don't have enough, right? Or you feel guilty if you take time off for yourself or take a massage because maybe that money should be allocated elsewhere, or your kid needs this, so you don't want to spend the money on you. I mean, we've all been there, right? We all feel it. Like, I mean, this is it. And you do and do and do for others. And the thing is that you cannot pour from an empty cup. I used to live in burnout, and I've actually been able to heal over the last year, but I lived in burnout for probably 13, 14 years. Like, I just had so much anxiety, so much angst in me, and I didn't know why until I started to reflect, like, oh, because I'm not taking care of me. I'm putting everything else first. And ultimately, we're not the best version of ourselves for our loved ones. I was snapping at people. I was yelling. I was not always pleasant to be around, right? And I seemed happy and energetic from the outside, but inside, I really had to reflect and look in. And this Worthy of Wellness is going to give you that opportunity to be led by someone who has done it before you, right? And women who have done this before, to take time to reflect for you, because you are worthy. Take care of yourself from the inside out. Take care of yourself mentally, boundaries, like various topics that you probably haven't even thought about, because we're so busy doing that we're not sitting and reflecting. We're not taking care of us. And so I'm just super passionate about this. I think that everyone should be joining if you're a woman or a mom, because we know that the brain never stops, right? And we're always going and doing, especially if you're a mom, you have that extra layer of that extra mental load, right? So if you are feeling anything that I said inside, this is your time. This is for you. And we're speaking to you. So we want you to drop worthy in the comments. And I'm going to let Angel share too, but also the details of how to get started, because you need this, but you more so, you deserve it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you guys can go ahead and share this, if you have an audience of ladies out there. And the reason why we're going to do women only is just to create a really safe space. I mean, in order to do this inner work, people need to feel that they can be vulnerable. And that's how the healing comes. And if you watch Emily, she runs a huge business. She's a leader, obviously, with Heritage Club, and she's globetrotting, but she has peace and she takes care of herself, and she's got a great relationship with her husband. Her faith is so strong. And so please share this out. I just feel like there's going to be somebody who goes, okay, yeah, I want to do this. And their lives are going to be changed because you shared it with somebody. It's going to happen. What about you, Angel?
First, I want to ask, for those of you watching, put in the chat, when have you ever not felt worthy? Have you not felt worthy of love or relationships? Have you not felt worthy of God's love? Maybe finances, success, friendships, maybe a healthy body. I heard a quote the other day, and it kind of took me back. And it says, a person will only ever be as healthy as they feel worthy of. So do you feel worthy enough to be healthy in your mind, body, soul, spirit? And if you don't feel worthy, you will self-sabotage over and over and over again. It just creates this cycle, and it's not anything to be shameful of or feel guilty of. It just is, right? And we've all been there. Like, I can totally relate to what you were saying, Kristen, where, I would be in fight or flight mode. And anytime I'd spend time with my daughter, I'd feel guilty because I wasn't working my business. Or if I was working my business, I wasn't spending time with my daughter. Right. And that's just overwhelm. That's literally just overwhelm and burnout. Right. And so I would say, if you're feeling that way, that's okay. You're not alone. It doesn't mean you're crazy. Doesn't mean you're weird. Us as moms and as women, we're just made different. We're made different to handle a lot. Right. And God only can give you so much you can handle. But sometimes we're like, really, God, I'm kind of done. Right. And so the sessions that are coming up, I'm going to read a couple of the titles for you. You're worthy of it all, because you are. You're made in the image of God, and you are worthy of it all. Burnout recovery. Take your power back. Don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let it take control of you. Right. Optimize your life, please. Yes, optimize my life and my health and my business and my relationships. I want to be at the highest level there. Right. And then overcoming fear. Whoever here has battled with fear, I will tell you that is been a hold on me for a lot of years. And, just knowing that you can get out of that, and there's faith in the middle of that. And we're going to be doing daily devotions. We're actually going to have a devotional. We're going to be doing the devotions together. You're going to be getting a text message of a devotion every day. So when we say that this is a pure value, it is major value, because you're going to get so much, you're going to be poured into, and your cup is going to be filled. I know we fill a lot of people's cups before ourselves. Same here. I wake up, I immediately go to my phone. I should not be doing that. I should go straight to the word, right? I mean, I should be setting that example for my daughter, right? I should be getting up and going and getting my steps in before I go to my phone, because everyone's thoughts are feeding mine in that sense if I pick up my phone, right? And so it's like allowing myself to be okay to put me first and to prioritize myself first. So like Kristen said, it's a small investment, some skincare, some nutrition, fuel your body. You're worthy of spending money on yourself. You're worthy of having the highest quality of supplements to put in your body. You're worthy of feeling your best and looking your best. Okay. So I just wanted to share that, because I know a lot of us as moms, as women, we can get in our own way. We can self-sabotage ourselves, and then we can put ourselves on the back burner and not feel worthy of actually being the best. So I'm so excited for this.
Preach it, sister. Like, I can see you like on a stage preaching that. Did that like land for some of you guys? Yeah. And you know what I think too, Angel and Kristen, like us doing this together, why we wanted to is there's somebody out there, you possibly, that needs somebody to say that for you, to like stand up for you, to say you are worthy, because you don't see it right now. It's kind of like our kids. We're like, you've got this, you can do this. And they're like, are you sure? Like, that's what parents do, right? Well, that's what leaders do for their sister, to say, I mean, I always tell Kristen, I have chills, but I sent a picture of her and I was speaking at something, and Kristen's in the front just cheering me on. And I said, thank you. Because so many people do not cheer me on when I win, and you were always there next to me. That's what sisterhood is. Like, if you don't have girlfriends like that, we are saying we want to be your girlfriends. Like, I want to lock arms with you. I want to help you figure this ish out, right? And you are worthy. But if you don't take the time to do this, you're letting everything else take the priority, and you're basically choosing to not put yourself first. And we want to encourage you to make that decision, to choose yourself and see what can happen. The relationships around you, your life is going to completely transform. Like, you guys, what would 6 weeks of this look like?
Honestly, I feel like choosing yourself first is going to benefit everyone else in your family, all your other relationships. And some like that, we think that putting ourselves first is selfish, and then we're not doing our duties. But in reality, that's a lie, first of all, from whoever you want to call it, the enemy. But you putting yourself first is actually going to benefit every relationship you have.
Yes, absolutely. 6 weeks, summer glory. I love that, Barbara. So we would like you guys to participate. So if you would like to, the person who invited you to watch this, or you can get back, if anyone's shared Heritage Club with you, please get back to them if you happen to see this, because we are all here together. It's a full like community marketing, like we said. They can tell you requirements for entry. If you're already a part of Heritage Club and you haven't filled out your form to get in, make sure you do that. We want to make sure that you guys get the details you need, because it kicks off on Wednesday. Okay. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Kristen and Angel, for doing this with us. So excited to be a part of this with you guys, and cheers to so much worthy and so much worthiness for all of us, right? As we take care of ourselves. So have a great night, you guys. Thank you. Bye.